got our first field pro in about 97. We've traded a couple times since then, so we would get somewhere in the, I would say, about 4 to 5 years out of a set before they need any maintenance or teeth replacement generally. What we really like is the fact that the harrow tines run on, each row runs on another track, and so you get a real nice field finish. Desired effect, I guess, is to have consistency through the whole field and break the strop so that you have a nice uniform field finish to seed into, so that you can set your seeding equipment accordingly, and depth is, you know, the harrows level the field from the ruts that were made from the year before, and promotes growth of weeds and seeds that are left laying on the surface. It gives them a little dust cover there, and if you get a little bit of rain, or sometimes it doesn't take very much moisture, and they'll grow. If they're laying exposed, and as soon as the sun is out in the wind, then they dry out immediately and never germinate until they're disturbed. With the tines running on separate tracks here, we have a nice action right through the whole surface, and everything is disturbed to, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch here. It's all loosened up on the top and spread evenly. The chaff is all distributed pretty even here, and the ground is like, there's no hard spots on the very surface of the ground. Everything is worked just a little wee bit, which is just exactly what we want here to promote germination here. If you look from the back, you can see that each one, I believe it's 2-inch spacing as you go through the 5 bars. Every one moves over 2 inches, you know, and that's from this kind of little bit of an S curve in the frame of the harrow. It staggers the row. The front ones are generally vibrating. They're using the spring effect a lot. They're vibrating as you're rolling. And as you get closer to the back, it starts to pile up, and as we see here, we have the front tines are completely open and exposed, and they're doing the majority of the shattering right off the bat. And as you go further back on the ranks, then you end up with the coarsest material at the back, and it takes the longest to eventually break and release. And once we roll through, it pretty much just leaves chaff on the ground. And anything that's left standing is quite all right. We want to leave some stubble to help with the windbreak, and you know, when we're doing a harrow operation in the fall to catch snow as well, it helps hold the moisture, and the stuff that's standing straight up has never been a problem for seeding into. It's always the stuff that when you get to a lodged stems, then the harrow generally works real good in there, and smash it up enough that the seeding equipment will go through without plugging. It's very easy to use. It's a pretty simple design, so there's not much, you know, setting it sometimes. If, you know, conditions will change through the course of a day if it starts to get tough or something like that. As far as adjusting the Field Pro harrow, there's on each individual tine section there, you can angle the tines forward and back. To aggressively shatter straw, you run them straight up, and that's generally about 95% of the time where we're running them. And to, you know, to pack loose soil or just lightly spread chaff or something, you could run them further back, tip them back, and you know, level the field that way yet too. And adjusting that takes, on 70 feet, takes about, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes sort of thing. And it's pretty simple, straightforward. The pole arms are adjustable for varying field conditions or desire of field finish, to adjust the downforce, how much activity is placed downward. We pull it around between probably 8 and 9 to 9.5 miles an hour. That gives the tines, you know, at that speed, they're their working lots or they're flexing and shattering straw. And you can pull it slower than that, but you don't really get the same shatter effect on the straw. Transport on the Field Pro is very simple. Lift it up and drive ahead. Lift it all the way up, I guess, is important. Drive ahead and it folds in on its own the way the wheels are positioned. It follows along nice and neat behind the tractor. Our biggest goal is to grow a good crop, you know, aside from making money or not making money. That's always nice and you have to do it on a regular basis, but we just love to see a real nice crop, and you know, it's something that we're not always in control of, but we appreciate when things are successful, and we try and do the best we possibly can, and farming's in our family. It's been for almost 100 years, and we hope to continue that for several more generations.